After the revelations and resignations at the weekend, this urgent question concerns yet another scandal at the very heart of this Tory government. It seems that not even a health pandemic can do away with classic Tory cronyism. Yep. And the scale of this particular scandal makes it one of the biggest yet. The Secretary of State ordered the use of a £560,000 emergency COVID contract to conduct constitutional campaigning on the Union. Instead of using an emergency COVID contract to order PPE for the NHS, the Minister chose to order political polling. This isn't media speculation, and it isn't even a political accusation. It is, Mr Speaker, a plain fact. It comes directly from official evidence that has been published in the High Court. It comes in evidence from the Cabinet Office in a witness statement dated the 21st of December 2020, and it states, "I understand an urgent request for union-related research from the Office of the Right Honourable Michael Gove. In response, I ask Public First conduct some testing of people's attitudes to this issue." So, did the Prime Minister know or approve of this polling and constitutional campaigning? Who were the polling results shared with, and will they be published in full? How many other pieces of political research were ordered during the pandemic, and exactly how much public money has been spent? Mr Speaker, these are just some of the questions that the Secretary of State needs to answer. There are many, many more. The Secretary of State was in Scotland yesterday. He held a press conference. He told Greg Russell of the National newspaper that we don't use taxpayers' funds for party political opponents. He went on to claim that the contract was assigned by others. We know from the witness statement that these things are not true. The truth and this government are distant strangers, and that should come as no surprise when we remember the Prime Minister has been sacked once, but not once, but twice, for lying. Last Wednesday at PMQs, the Prime Minister said he was unaware of these contracts, and ever since he has ignored demands for a full...
Order. A serious allegation about somebody having to withdraw for lying, as we know, honourable members would never lie. And I'm sure we would like to think about the language, because the proof of that I'm not convinced. I think we should withdraw the word lying.
Being very careful with my language, Mr Speaker, and I'm pointing out the contradiction between the witness...
Order. Mr Blackford, please. Just to say, you can't criticise another member, such as the Prime Minister, without a substantive motion. That's not what's been granted here. Please, I think the language we use is important for me to keep good order, and I'm sure you could reflect on the words that are, about another member that's also, I presume, has also been given notice of criticism.
Relying on matters of fact, Mr Speaker. Just as the Prime Minister failed to act and sack his Health Secretary, he has failed to act on this scandal too. But no matter how hard they might try and sweep this under the carpet, the scandal isn't going away. This morning I have written to the Cabinet Secretary urging him to launch an...
Order. We're now 1 minute over the amount of time that I was granted. I hope you're now going to end in the next seconds.
This morning I've written to the Cabinet Secretary urging him to launch an independent investigation into this blatant misuse of public money for political purposes. So finally, if this UK government has nothing to hide, will the Minister join me in supporting this investigation by the Cabinet Secretary, and will she cooperate with it? Yeah.